Absolutely. In fact, Aditya, as we are also tracking more details in this regard, I'll request you to kindly stay on with us. As in the UK Parliament, Labour MP for Ilford South has raised concerns over the increasing violence in Bangladesh. Since August, over 2,000 violent incidents have been reported, with the Hindu community being the primary target. The MP has emphasized the importance of standing firmly against the anti-Hindu violence and supporting the freedom of religion for all the people in Bangladesh. Let's now listen in to what he has said.
Recently, I met with my constituents in Ilford South who've been increasingly concerned about the anti-Hindu violence in Bangladesh. Since last August, there have been reports of over 2,000 incidents of violence, most of which have been targeted against the minority Hindu community. I've seen further disturbing reports of the arrest and continuing custody of the former leader of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Chinmoy Krishna Das. These reports are deeply perturbing. The UK champions freedom of religion for all, and no one should be at risk of violence or targeted because of their beliefs. I note the response from the Minister for Indo-Pacific in December of this issue. Would the leader update the House or ask the Foreign Secretary to make a statement on the assessment he has made and the action his department has taken to engage with the new government in Bangladesh so that they can support the right of people from all religions to
Aditya Vadhavan, my colleague, is there live with me on the broadcast. Aditya, once again, the issue of Bangladesh, in fact, rose in the world about the minorities' right being infringed, and now the MP has raised this issue in the UK Parliament, mentioning that the attack on the Hindu community is to take the stock of UK MPs, highlighting the Bangladesh unrest in the Parliament. What has been the response of the other parliamentarians at this point of time, and what was the reference in which this entire statement was made? Can you detail it for the benefit of the viewers?
Well, Simran, if you see, as you rightly pointed out, the UK MP has raised the issue of, the violence against minorities in Bangladesh, which has been happening for quite some time, since this interim government led by Mohammed Yunus has taken charge of the affairs of Bangladesh. As far as the other UK MPs are concerned, they are maintaining the same line as this MP has maintained. We have seen that, in the speech also, he has mentioned that, so still so far, the Hindu, the chief priest of the ISKCON for International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the chief priest Chinmoy Krishna Das hasn't been so far released, and he's already he's still meddled in the legal conflict there in Bangladesh. Recently what we saw that the a group of mob and arsonists, burned the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's house in Bangladesh, after which the Bangladesh ousted PM Sheikh Hasina also said that by violence you cannot erase the history of the very country. So, since this interim government has taken over the charge, there has been a manifold increase in the number of violence and incidents of arsonists among the members of minority community, among the Hindu minority community in Bangladesh. It has been going unstopped. The local police is also in connivance with this group of mob, and they are targeting the Hindu minorities. And so far, this all goes unstopped. So far, what we have seen is that the interim Bangladesh government led by Mohammed Yunus is tilting absolutely pro-Pakistan. They have had meetings with the Pakistani established in the past also, which suggests that they are openly taking an anti-India stance, which is concerning. So now it needs to be seen by when would this entire situation in Bangladesh comes to a halt. And it is very likely that the elections that will be held in Bangladesh this year, the Bangladesh National Party, which is known to be anti-India, which is headed by Khalida Zia, is probable to win this election because all the leaders, all the key prominent political leaders of Awami League have been arrested or under house arrest. So this needs to be tracked very carefully. Yes, Simran.
All right, Aditya, thank you very much for sharing these details and giving us more information. Now, let's shift our focus to other developments. The row over the podcast